Welcome back, class. This video will discuss the first two vocabulary words for unit number 4, abstract sculpture. We will not only discuss the definitions, but also how they connect to the overall unit, the whole project, and why they are important in learning how to discuss the essential question. So the first word, abstract, that word means an unrealistic representation of a subject and idea. And all three of these images are representing different subjects and different ideas. The image on the far left looks to be some kind of human face, whereas the image carved out of wood or clay. The image in the middle looks like some figure crouched down, hugging their legs. Looks like they're made out of different pieces of metal cubes, metal blocks. And one on the bottom right, it looks like almost like the human figure, but almost like wrapped up into kind of rope or twine. Whereas the first two images represent a representation of a subject, like the human form. The image on the bottom right kind of represents a subject, but I think it's more representing the idea, the message behind why it was designed that way, why it might look like a human form, but specifically why it's created in these coil type, in that coil type fashion. So again, abstract could be a representation of a subject or idea, just not in a realistic way. And sculpture, this is a word you had before in your cardboard relief, but we're using it again here. And kind of to recap, sculpture is the art of making a three-dimensional representation of a form from materials. So whether you are using clay or using stone, using cardboard like in the relief, whatever material you're using to make something three-dimensional, that is a sculpture. And for our purposes, we will be using the blocks of clay, just like this image down here, and we will make an abstract sculpture. All right, so moving on to the next slide. Oops, going the wrong way. So this is kind of a weird question, but this is the third question for your entrance ticket for lesson 1. And the question is, how would you describe abstract art? Now, you were just given the definition for abstract art as being an unrealistic representation of a subject or idea, but how would you describe it in your own words? So maybe you think, abstract art is, you like abstract art, maybe you think it's bad, maybe you would define it as being able to kind of create your own meaning to it because you don't know what it really is. However you decide to describe it, just describe abstract art in your own words. And lastly, we're not answering this today, but since we are introducing this unit today, we want to think about the essential question that you're going to be answering at the end of the unit, which is, how do artists collaborate to further the creative process? How do artists basically work together, which what you're actually going to be doing in this unit as well. And you already did it once before in the collaborative art unit for our first unit, but in this case, you're actually going to be providing feedback to each other, and you're going to make revisions to your work based on that feedback. So, but this is the essential question that we're going to be working on for the next couple weeks and days, and hopefully you'll have enough information to answer that accurately at the end of the unit in your learning log. All right, so that's it for this video introduction. Please make sure at the end of this video you complete your entrance ticket for 3 points, and then I will see you all in class for the instructional video for lesson 1. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Bye.